Welcome to our deep dive. And today we're going to be talking about food as medicine.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at an article from U.S. News and World Report
Yes.
and a website called Recipe Shop.
Okay.
And I know that our listeners are really interested in how food can be used
Right.
to improve their health or
Yeah.
manage certain conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know that 1 in 5 deaths globally
Right.
are linked to poor diet?
That's a lot.
That's more than tobacco.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's surprising.
So let's unpack
Right.
what this concept of food as medicine
Okay.
really means
Yeah.
and what kind of power our food choices actually have.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It's not just about some restrictive diet or anything.
Right.
It's a fundamental shift, I think, in understanding what we eat,
Yeah.
Not just thinking about calories,
Mm-hmm.
but thinking about food as like information
Okay.
for our bodies.
Yeah.
Like this guy, Darius Mozaffarian.
Oh, yeah.
He's the director of the Food is Medicine Institute
Right.
at Tufts University.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that food is biological information.
Okay.
So every bite we take
Yeah.
is like sending instructions to our cells.
That's a powerful way to
Right.
think about it.
Yeah.
I know that Maggie Moon,
Yeah.
author of The Mind Diet,
Mhm.
is a big proponent of this.
Yeah, she talks a lot about the
Yeah.
medicinal properties of foods,
Mm-hmm.
like fruits and vegetables and fermented foods.
Okay.
But it's not just about plant-based foods.
Right.
It's not just about being vegan or something.
Mm-hmm.
Both plant-based and animal-based
Right.
foods
Yeah.
are really important
Yeah.
and play crucial roles in our health.
Okay.
So think about plant-based foods
Mm-hmm.
as like your cellular defenders.
Okay.
They have antioxidants.
Yeah.
They neutralize these harmful free radicals
Right.
that can actually damage our cells
Mm-hmm.
and contribute to aging and disease.
Okay.
And then there's also fiber
Right.
that's in a lot of plant-based foods,
Yeah.
which is really important for a healthy gut microbiome,
Okay.
which we're hearing more and more about.
Yeah.
Animal-based foods,
Mhm.
those are like powerhouses
Okay.
of nutrients.
Yeah.
They have things like omega-3 fatty acids,
Right.
amino acids,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
essential vitamins and minerals.
Okay.
All these are really important for
Wow.
cell growth,
Yeah.
immune function,
Mm.
bone health.
Okay.
So it's really about kind of finding a balance
Right.
and synergy between the two.
It sounds like
Mm.
our food choices can be really empowering,
They are.
but maybe also a bit daunting.
It's a lot to think about.
If food can have such a
Yeah.
profound impact,
Right.
how do we harness this power?
Right.
Like, where do we even begin?
That's where I think dietary patterns come in.
Okay.
They kind of provide a roadmap for making healthy choices
Mm-hmm.
consistently.
Right.
Our sources point to 3 kind
Great.
of standout plant-forward
Mm.
eating patterns.
Okay.
There's the Mediterranean diet,
Right.
the TASH diet,
Mm-hmm.
and the Mind diet.
Okay.
So let's break those down a little bit.
I'm familiar with the Mediterranean diet.
Yeah.
That's always ranked really high in
It is.
health studies.
Yeah.
But the DASH and MIND diets,
Yeah.
what makes them so special?
Well, DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension.
Okay.
So it emphasizes reducing sodium intake,
Okay.
which is really important
Yeah,
for
right.
managing blood pressure and promoting heart health.
Yeah.
And then the Mind diet, it's actually kind of a hybrid
Okay.
of the Mediterranean and DASH diets.
Gotcha.
It's designed to support brain health
Okay.
and potentially reduce the risk of cognitive decline.
Okay.
It's like a brain-boosting recipe
Yeah.
for a sharper mind as we age.
Yeah.
So 3 different goals,
Right.
but they're all rooted in
Yeah.
a similar philosophy.
Gotcha.
So they
Okay.
all emphasize whole, unprocessed foods,
Right.
healthy fats,
Mm-hmm.
lean proteins,
Yeah.
and minimizing the processed junk.
Okay.
And this brings us to another important point.
Okay.
Food can be a double-edged sword.
Okay. How so?
Well,
yeah.
Just like
Mhm.
healthy foods can help prevent disease,
Right.
unhealthy choices can actually
Oh, okay.
contribute to it.
Got it.
So think about chronic inflammation,
Yeah.
which is a key driver
Right.
of a lot of chronic diseases.
Mm-hmm.
It can be fueled by
Right.
a diet
Yeah.
that's high in processed foods
Mm-hmm.
and sugary drinks
Right.
and unhealthy fats.
Okay.
So that's where the plant-based antioxidants we
Yeah.
talked about
Mhm,
earlier,
mhm.
they come in
Right.
to fight that inflammation.
Yeah.
But if we're constantly bombarding our bodies
Right.
with those inflammatory triggers,
Mm-hmm.
It's like fighting a losing battle.
Gotcha. So, okay, I'm starting to see the
Yeah.
bigger picture here. It's
Okay.
not just about adding,
Right.
a few superfoods to our diet.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really about
Right.
shifting our
Precisely.
overall approach
Yeah.
to food and understanding
Right.
the impact that our choices have
Mm-hmm.
on our health.
Yeah.
So speaking of superfoods,
Yeah.
I'm really excited to kind of delve into that list.
Okay.
I'm always curious
Yeah.
about these specific foods
Yeah.
that pack a powerful punch.
Yeah. Before we get too carried away
Yeah,
with the whole superfood label,
right.
remember, variety is key.
Okay.
It's not about
Yeah,
finding that one miracle food,
right.
but rather
Yeah.
assembling this diverse
Okay.
team of nutrient-rich options,
Yeah,
each with their own unique strengths,
right.
working together to support our health.
Okay.
So think of it as building like a well-balanced ecosystem
Okay.
on your plate.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So who are the all-stars on this team?
Well, let's start with the foundation.
Right.
Fruits and vegetables.
Right.
They're bursting
Yeah.
with vitamins and minerals
Mm-hmm.
and those powerful antioxidants
Right.
that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
So think of them
Right.
as your body's
Okay.
personal defense squad.
Okay.
They're fighting off inflammation
Right. Yeah.
and they're boosting your immune system.
Okay.
So,
I know I should be eating more of those.
yeah.
Are there any standouts
Yeah.
in terms of their benefits?
Blue eyeberries are a great example.
Okay.
They're rich
Yeah.
in anthocyanins,
Okay.
which are a type of antioxidant
Mm-hmm.
that's linked to improved cognitive function
Okay.
and a reduced risk of heart disease.
Okay.
Bell peppers.
Yeah.
They have their vibrant colors.
Mm-hmm.
They're packed with vitamin C,
Okay.
a potent immune booster,
Right.
and then spinach, that leaky green superhero,
Right.
is loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin.
Wow.
Those are antioxidants that protect our eyes
Right.
from age-related damage.
Okay.
So you see,
Yeah.
each fruit and vegetable brings their own unique set of superpowers
Right.
to the table.
It's like assembling a superhero squad
Right.
for optimal health.
Mhm.
So what's next
Oh.
on our list?
Let's move on to whole grains.
Okay.
They're kind of the unsung heroes
Okay.
of the food world.
Right.
They're packed with fiber,
Mm-hmm.
which, as we mentioned, is really crucial
Mm.
for digestion and blood sugar regulation.
Mm-hmm.
Joy Bauer,
Oh, yeah.
the nutrition expert on
Yeah.
Today's Show,
Mm-hmm.
she points out that whole grain oats,
Right.
in particular, are rock stars when it comes to lowering cholesterol.
Okay.
They contain this type of soluble fiber
Mhm.
called beta-glucan,
Okay.
which actually binds to cholesterol in the digestive tract
Okay.
and helps remove it from the body.
Okay. So if you're watching your
If you're watching your...
cholesterol levels,
Yeah,
oats are definitely a valuable addition to your team.
right.
I'm adding oats to my grocery list right now.
Good.
What about nuts and seeds?
Oh, yeah.
Those are a staple in my snack rotation.
Yeah, they're great,
Uh,
and for good reason.
yeah.
They're nutritional powerhouses.
Okay.
They're packed with healthy fats,
Mm-hmm.
protein, and antioxidants.
Okay.
What's interesting is that they're naturally
Yeah.
low in carbs,
Okay.
which can be beneficial
Right.
for managing blood sugar levels,
Gotcha.
as Joy Bauer points out.
Okay.
So they're great
Yeah.
for satisfying hunger.
Right. Stabilizing energy levels, and they actually support both heart and brain health.
Why?
So think almonds
Wait.
for vitamin E,
Okay.
walnuts for omega-3s,
Mm-hmm.
chia seeds for fiber,
Right.
each with their own unique contribution.
So it sounds like snacking can actually be both
It can.
satisfying
Yeah.
and strategic.
Mm-hmm.
This is really making me rethink my whole approach to food.
Yeah.
Speaking of gut health,
Yeah.
let's not forget about
Right.
fermented foods.
Okay.
They've gained a lot of attention
They have.
lately,
Yeah.
and for good reason.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yes, fermented foods,
Yeah.
they seem to be everywhere.
They're everywhere.
What's the big deal about them?
Well, think of your gut as this complex ecosystem
Okay.
teeming with trillions
Oh, yeah.
of bacteria.
Okay.
We call this the gut microbiome.
Okay.
And it plays a crucial role in digestion. Right.
Immunity,
Mm-hmm.
even mental health.
Okay.
So these fermented foods,
Yeah.
like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut,
Yeah.
they're rich in probiotics,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
are live beneficial bacteria.
Right.
So they actually help
Right.
replenish and diversify our gut flora,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
supporting a thriving internal ecosystem.
So it's not just about what we eat, but
Yeah.
also about cultivating this healthy inner world.
Mhm.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
What's next?
Let's talk about
Yeah.
fatty fish.
Okay.
So things like salmon, mackerel, sardines,
Right.
they're superstars when it comes to omega-3 fatty acids,
Okay.
which, as we mentioned, have these powerful
Yeah.
anti-inflammatory
Right.
properties.
Mm.
They can help combat chronic inflammations throughout the body,
Okay.
support heart health,
Right.
and may even benefit brain function. Um, Omega-3s are essential fats,
Mm-hmm.
meaning our bodies can't produce them,
Right.
so we need to get them from our diet.
Omega-3s seem to be getting a lot of attention these days. I'm
Yeah.
seeing supplements everywhere.
Yeah.
Are those just as good?
Well, while supplements can be helpful in some cases,
Yeah.
I always recommend getting nutrients from whole foods
Right.
whenever possible.
Okay.
Because foods offer this complex matrix of nutrients
Right.
that works synergistically,
Okay.
whereas supplements isolate individual compounds.
Okay, so
Yeah.
back to our list.
Right.
We've covered fruits,
Mm-hmm.
veggies,
Mm-hmm.
whole grains,
Mm-hmm.
nuts and seeds,
Yeah.
fermented foods,
Yeah.
and fatty fish.
Mm-hmm.
What else should we be adding?
Let's talk about green tea and spices.
Okay.
Green tea is loaded with catechins.
Okay.
Those are potent antioxidants
Mm-hmm.
that can help
Right.
protect against cell damage.
Okay.
And don't underestimate the power of spices.
Okay.
Turmeric, for example,
Uh-huh.
contains curcumin,
Okay.
which has these remarkable anti-inflammatory properties.
Okay.
So imagine them
Yeah.
as like these little
Yeah.
culinary warriors,
Okay.
adding flavor and health benefits
Right.
to your meals.
It's amazing how much healing power is packed into
Yeah.
these everyday foods.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground already.
Yeah, we have.
But I'm eager to hear about the rest
Yeah.
of the all-star lineup.
Okay. All right. You know, we often think of protein as just for building muscle,
Right.
but it's so much more than that. You know, it's essential for everything,
Okay.
from enzyme function to hormone production.
That's true. I tend to think of it in terms of my workouts.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. It plays a much bigger role.
Yeah.
So which foods are the protein MVPs?
Yeah.
Beans and legumes?
They're like nutritional all-stars.
Okay.
They're packed with plant-based protein and fiber,
Okay.
making them kind of a triple threat for heart health,
Right.
digestion,
Mm.
and blood sugar control.
Okay.
They're incredibly versatile, too.
Yeah.
You know, you can do
Yep.
lentil soups,
Mm-hmm.
bean burritos,
Right.
chickpea salads.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
And I love that they're so
Right.
budget friendly. So
Yeah.
it makes it much more sustainable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eat healthy.
And speaking of protein sources,
Yeah.
let's not forget about low-fat dairy and lean meats.
Okay.
You know, they provide a complete protein profile, meaning
Right.
they contain all 9 essential amino acids that our bodies need but can't produce on their own.
Okay.
They're also great sources of vitamins and minerals,
Mhm.
like calcium
Okay.
and vitamin B12,
Right.
which are really important
Yeah.
for strong bones and
Right.
healthy muscles.
So it's like assembling a puzzle.
Yeah.
Each food group
Mhm.
contributes its unique piece
Mm-hmm.
to the overall picture of health.
Right.
I'm starting to see my plate
Yeah.
in a whole new light.
I know, me too.
But I have to admit,
yeah.
making all these changes can
Mhm.
feel a little overwhelming.
Understand.
Like, where do we even begin?
Well,
Yeah.
it's understandable to feel that way.
All right.
But remember, it's not about
Yeah.
overnight perfection.
Nope.
It's about
Yeah.
making small, sustainable changes over time.
So baby steps.
Exactly.
Okay.
Both Maggie Moon and Joy Bauer offer
Mhm.
some really practical tips.
Yeah.
So one simple strategy
Okay.
is to just focus on adding
Okay.
rather than subtracting.
Gosh,
For example,
yeah.
instead of cutting out entire food groups,
Right.
start by adding more fruits and vegetables to your meals.
Okay.
You can sneak them into smoothies,
Yeah.
soups, salads,
Right.
even omelets.
That's a great tip. It's less about deprivation
Right.
and more about abundance.
Exactly.
Right.
And another simple swap
Yeah.
is choosing whole grains over refined grains.
Right.
So think brown rice instead of white rice.
Okay.
Whole wheat bread instead of white bread.
Right.
It's a subtle shift that can make a big difference
Yeah.
in your fiber and nutrient intake.
I'm actually curious about the
Yeah.
whole grains versus refined grains thing.
Yeah.
What exactly is the difference?
Well, whole grains contain the entire grain kernel.
Okay.
So that's the bran, the germ, and the endosperm.
Okay.
Refined grains
Yeah.
On the other hand, they've been processed to remove the bran and the germ, which are the parts that are packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals.
Gotcha.
So refined grains are essentially stripped of their nutritional value.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I'm definitely making the switch to whole grains.
Yeah.
What about healthy fats?
Oh, yeah.
I used to be so afraid of fat,
Right.
but I'm learning that not all fats
exactly
are created equal.
Right. Healthy fats are essential for a variety of bodily functions. Everything from hormone production to cell growth.
Right.
They also help us absorb certain vitamins. And they keep us feeling full and satisfied. So think avocados, nuts, seeds, fatty fish.
Right.
These are all excellent sources of healthy fat.
That's amazing how much our
crazy.
understanding of nutrition has evolved over the years.
It really has.
What about fermented foods?
Oh, yeah.
How can we incorporate more of those?
Well, it's easier than you might think. You know, add a dollop of yogurt to your breakfast or lunch. Enjoy some kimchi or sauerkraut as a side dish. Or even try incorporating kefir into your smoothies.
Those are great ideas. I'm starting to feel inspired to revamp my grocery list and get creative in the kitchen.
That's the spirit. And remember, variety is key. Aim to eat the rainbow when it comes to fruits and vegetables to maximize your nutrient intake.
Makes sense. Like a visual reminder to diversify our plates. And planning ahead is always helpful, right?
Absolutely. Taking some time each week to plan your meals can really set you up for success. Helps you stay organized. Avoid those impulse purchases. And ensure you're getting that variety of nutrients throughout the week.
What about cooking at home?
Oh, that's huge.
I know it can be a challenge with busy schedules, but it seems like it's kind of a key part of this whole food as medicine philosophy.
Cooking at home gives you more control over your ingredients, your portion sizes, and your cooking methods. It's also a wonderful way to connect with your food, experiment with new flavors, and create healthy, delicious meals that are tailored to your preferences.
So it's not just about eating for fuel. It's about creating this positive, empowering experience around food.
I love that.
What about reading labels?
Oh, that's a good one.
I know it can be a bit of the minefield.
It can.
But is it really necessary?
Reading labels can be incredibly insightful. It helps you become a more informed consumer. And make choices that align with your health goals. So pay attention to serving sizes, added sugars, sodium content, and the ingredient list. You know, look for foods with recognizable whole food ingredients and minimal added sugars and processed ingredients.
So it's about becoming more mindful of what we're putting into our bodies and making informed decisions. I'm realizing that food as medicine is as much about knowledge and awareness as it is about the food itself.
That's a great point. It's about empowering ourselves to make choices that support our health and well-being.
And speaking of empowerment, did you know that combining a healthy diet with regular exercise, stress management, adequate sleep, and avoiding smoking can add over a decade of disease-free years to your life?
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
It's amazing.
It really highlights the power we have to shape our own health outcomes. It's not just about genetics. It's about the choices we make every day. And one final point before we move on to the recipe shop perspective. It's crucial to remember that while food have incredible healing potential, it's not a magic bullet that replaces medicine.
Medications are still essential for managing a lot of conditions. And it's crucial to always consult with your healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your treatment plan.
That's an important reminder. Food can be a powerful ally in our health journey, but it's not a substitute for medical care. You know?
And in fact, food and medicine can work together beautifully. You know, for example, someone managing diabetes might use medication, dietary changes, and exercise to achieve optimal blood sugar control. So it's about this holistic approach.
That makes perfect sense. So speaking of holistic approaches, let's transition to our second source, the Recipe Shop website.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued by the story behind it.
It's a good one.
It seems like a perfect example of this growing movement towards food as this proactive health solution.
It really is.
So the website was created by a family who was determined to support their mother's health after she experienced a sudden cardiac arrest and was subsequently diagnosed with diabetes. That must have been a life-changing experience for them. It sounds like they were faced with a pretty daunting...
They were determined to find recipes that met her low sodium and low carbohydrate needs.
Okay.
But they quickly realized that finding convenient and delicious options was a real struggle.
Right.
That's when they decided to create Recipe Shop.
It's a resource for others facing similar challenges.
So they turned a personal challenge into an opportunity to help others.
Exactly.
That's really inspiring.
Yeah.
What was their approach?
Well, they focused on creating recipes that were low in sodium, low in carbohydrates, but high in flavor and ease of preparation. They knew that for healthy eating to be sustainable, it had to be convenient and enjoyable. Most of their recipes aim for around 45 grams of carbs and about 500 milligrams of sodium per meal, which aligns with many heart-healthy dietary recommendations.
That's a great starting point. I know that portion control and sodium intake can be big hurdles for people trying to eat healthier. Did they address those concerns?
They did.
In any specific ways?
They're very mindful of portion sizes, and they provide
clear nutritional information for each recipe.
They
also offer tips for making substitutions and adjusting recipes to fit individual dietary needs.
That's really helpful.
Yeah.
It takes the guesswork out of healthy cooking. Did they have a specific culinary philosophy?
Well, they wanted to create recipes that were approachable and familiar, but with a healthy twist.
Gotcha.
So they use fresh, whole food ingredients and emphasize flavor combinations that are both delicious and satisfying. They also prioritize convenience by using simple cooking techniques and readily available ingredients.
It sounds like they've really thought
I know, it's great.
of everything. Do they offer a variety of recipes?
They do.
I'd imagine it would get boring if it was just the same few dishes over and over again.
Well, they have a wide range of recipes to choose from, catering to different tastes and preferences. They have everything from light and refreshing salads to hearty and comforting soups and stews. They even have delicious dessert options that are low in sugar and calories, but still incredibly satisfying.
So it's not just about restriction. It's about finding healthy alternatives that are just as enjoyable as their less healthy counterparts. I'm really impressed by their commitment to making healthy eating more accessible.
Me too.
And they've actually gone a step further.
They have.
By incorporating shoppable links into their recipes.
Isn't that cool?
Shoppable links?
Yeah.
What are those?
It's a brilliant feature.
Okay.
It allows you to add all the ingredients for a recipe directly to your online grocery cart. With just a few clicks. So it streamlines the shopping process.
Gotcha.
And makes it even easier to get those healthy meals on the table.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that they're not just providing the recipes, they're providing this whole system to support healthy eating habits.
Right. It's like having a personal culinary assistant at your fingertips.
And are they constantly adding new recipes and features to their website?
Yeah. They even have a blog where they share tips for healthy living, meal planning, and more.
It sounds like they've created a truly valuable resource. I'm definitely going to check out the website after this.
Yeah, it's worth it.
It's so inspiring to see individuals and families really taking charge of their health and well-being and then using their experiences to help others.
I know, me too.
It really is a testament to the power we all have to create positive change in our own lives and in the world around us.
Exactly.
I'm curious, though. About the bigger picture here. This family story and the creation of Recipe Shop. seems to reflect this growing trend in healthcare, like a shift towards recognizing food as this powerful tool for prevention and healing.
I know.
Is that something that you're seeing?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's really exciting to see this shift happening. We're moving away from that reactive model of healthcare where we wait until someone gets sick to intervene towards a more proactive approach that emphasizes prevention and lifestyle changes.
Yeah, and food is playing a central role in this shift.
Exactly.
The U.S. News article that we discussed earlier actually highlights some innovative programs that are emerging in this space. Have you heard of medically tailored meals or healthy food prescriptions?
Yeah, those terms sound familiar.
They sound familiar.
Right, I'm not quite sure what they entail.
Yeah.
Well, imagine receiving meals that are specifically designed to manage your unique health conditions.
Oh, so instead of just getting general dietary advice, you'd get personalized support based on your specific needs.
It's like personalized medicine, but with food.
Right.
It's really exciting.
I'm curious, though, how practical are these programs on a larger scale? Wouldn't it be incredibly expensive?
Right.
And logistically challenging to implement.
Those are valid concerns.
Yeah.
It's true that widespread adoption would require significant infrastructure and resources.
Yeah.
But as the article points out, there are potential solutions. For example, insurance coverage for healthy meals or groceries could be a game changer.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
It would make healthy eating more accessible and affordable for everyone. It would be a huge step towards a more equitable healthcare system.
Exactly.
And if we think about it, investing in preventative measures like this could potentially save healthcare systems a lot of money in the long run.
Exactly.
Makes you wonder why this isn't already a standard practice.
Well, change takes time.
Right.
But the fact that these conversations are happening and these programs are being developed is a huge step in the right direction.
It feels like a paradigm shift.
It does.
In how we approach health and well-being. It's about recognizing that we have more agency than we might realize.
Exactly.
You know, we're not just passive recipients of healthcare. We're active participants in shaping our own health outcomes. And food is one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal.
It really is.
It's not just about calories or nutrients. It's about making choices that align with our values.
Exactly.
And support our overall well-being. It's about reclaiming our health and well-being. One delicious bite at a time.
I love that.
We've covered so much ground in this deep dive from understanding the science behind how food impacts our health to exploring practical tips and even delving into the future of food and healthcare.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling incredibly motivated to put all this knowledge into action. Me too.
It's good.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
So, you know, as we've been talking about all these incredible foods and their benefits, it struck me that there's a real element of rediscovering ancient wisdom here.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
For centuries, cultures around the world have intuitively understood this connection between food and health.
It's like we're coming full circle, you know?
Yeah.
Blending modern science with traditional practices.
It's so true. And it's fascinating to see how scientific research is now validating what many cultures have known for generations.
Think about practices like Ayurveda in India or traditional Chinese medicine. They've emphasized the importance of food as medicine for thousands of years.
Yeah, and those principles are now being embraced by Western medicine as well.
It's a beautiful convergence of knowledge and a testament to the enduring power of food.
Indeed it is. Speaking of richness and diversity, I'm curious about your personal experience with food as medicine. Has this deep dive?
It really has. I've always been interested in nutrition, but this exploration has ignited this newfound appreciation for that profound impact that food has on our bodies and minds.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's not just about eating to survive anymore. It's about
thriving. Eating to thrive. Exactly. Yeah. And it's about recognizing that food can be both the source of pleasure and this powerful tool for healing.
It's about finding that sweet spot.
Yes.
Where deliciousness
I love that.
and nourishment intersect.
That's beautiful.
And I think that's what makes this concept so empowering. It's not about, you know, deprivation or restriction.
No.
It's about making conscious choices that align with our values and support our well-being. It's about creating this sustainable and joyful relationship with food.
I love that. And it's a journey that we can all embark on together, sharing knowledge, supporting each other, and celebrating that incredible diversity and abundance of the culinary world. That's a beautiful vision. Well, we've reached the end of our deep dive into this fascinating world.
It has been fascinating.
The food as medicine. It's been an absolute pleasure exploring this topic with you.
Likewise.
We've covered so much ground from understanding the science behind how food impacts our health to discovering practical tips for incorporating these principles into our daily lives. And we've been inspired by stories of individuals and families who are transforming their lives through the power of food.
This will inspire.
If you're feeling inspired to start your own food as medicine journey, remember that small changes can make a big difference.
Absolutely.
So start by incorporating more whole foods into your diet. Experiment with new recipes.
Try new things.
And pay attention to how different foods make you feel.
Absolutely.
And remember, this is a lifelong journey.
It is.
Not a race to the finish line.
Exactly.
So be patient with yourself. Celebrate your successes and never stop learning about the amazing power of food.
That's a great way to put it.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks everyone for listening.
On this deep dive into the world of food as medicine, we hope you've gained some valuable insights and feel empowered to make choices that support your health and well-being.
Absolutely.
Until next time, happy eating.
Yes, eat well.